And it does say Voices of Humanist and Scoundrel, but it's actually going to be myself and Tasty Bacon starting things off here. We're going to be casting this one to kick things off.
See how it pans out, because obviously you need to start with that Book of Eulogies to be able to survive in the lane that's not going to be building into weapon power, you have to assume.
Here we go. We could have our very first fight of the game right here. Jiraxis going to get a 3-man pull. He's doing some serious damage, but he's taking it on himself. Look at the health bars dropping incredibly low. First kill goes the way of Jiraxis.
And that's going to be that damage share, just chunking teams down, especially when you have the Heliogenesis. And Jiraxis in some trouble,
He's got his health pot, though. He's going to heal up a little bit. Sweet Honor grabbing yet another kill. Jiraxis goes down. This is going to be traded surely now. Warrenix is incredibly low, but just about survives. And it is going to be Mon to finish that one off.
That could have actually been huge. All 3 of those kills, unfortunately, because of the way this happened, none of them actually went onto Sweet Honor.
Booker manages to sneak in and grab the kill there onto the Sky in the end. Staying a little bit too long, being a bit greedy for that CS.
And like I mentioned, a little unfortunate. Oh, that's a deep dive.
Speaking of staying greedy right here, Mon gonna go underneath the turret. Does drop into his resurrection. Will be just about fine though. They can't follow up on that one.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of a gutsy call, but knowing that you have that infinite reboot available makes it a little bit safer. Much damage, and it is going to be going for the Stormguard banner for Refuse to Lose. So just trying to be able to clear out those minions effectively.
Jendak just about going to get away with his life, and Booker basically in the same situation there. Very close on between the 2 players, and we do have a tiny bit of an invade.
Pressure has been towards the mid and bottom side of the map, but now we're going to see an invade onto this healing tree.
Here we go. Jiraxis has been a playmaker so far this game. Going to keep living up to that. Sweet Honor is going to be with him and Refuse to Lose. Rotates down. Warren is in a whole heap of trouble right here. He's going to get pinned down, but he's kiting away. Sweet Honor is going to be the target for our red side, but Jiraxis trying his best to just share this damage out among them. Gets his healing pot out and will be able to survive with his life. I think everyone just gets away with this one.
Yeah, it looks like nobody's going to end up falling. It looked like it was going to be trouble for Warren, but a great death from above to start that fight off actually kept Sweet Honor from being able to get involved until the rest of Esuba had rotated up. And now Esuba in prime position to take down this turret. So a great team-wide rotation from them. Now it looks like Jiraxis and Refuse to Lose, they don't want to give this turret up without a fight.
They certainly don't, but I don't think they have a choice, honestly. This is going to be going down here. Turret's still aggroing, I think, but they're going to be able to finish that one off. So, Turret going the way of Esuba. But in terms of the gold lead itself, it's very much in favor of Great Foxes.
Yeah, and that could four-man invade, and you still end up with the buff. I think you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we'll see how this is going to come out, because the whole team is here. The Wolves are out, and that's already going to be Mon dropping. Self-destruct is nowhere near enough. The stun doesn't quite land onto Mattis, but the damage does. Goodbye, Samuel. He's out of there, and now we have a 5-2 scoreline. 2 players down, and potentially some objectives.
And they have so many tools to not only engage a team fight, but keep a fight engaged even if Esuba tries to break off.
Warren's in trouble. Does manage to kite away, though. It's actually going to be Prostoid trying to get onto the back line, but can't quite finish the kill. Jiraxis is low, and D3 wants to capitalize. He punished very heavily, though. Shot goes through, but it's blocked by Jendex in the end. Half HP on basically everyone from Esuba. Absolutely. One of the most important things as well, when we talk about those outer turrets, actually I don't have time to talk about that, because Jiraxis is once again trying to loop those chains onto his opponents. Good bit of damage comes down, pulls him in again, but Mon is here. This is a 2v5 right now, as Sweet Honor just desperately trying to survive against the onslaught that Alpha offers. Sweet Honor is going to go down. D3 happy to dive that turret, but I think he's going to get away with it as well. Mon is going to be the target, but he's gonna be dropped into that infinite reboot. Can they finish him in time? The answer is no. He's got knocked out of the way. Will be finished off in the end. So 1-for-1 so far. We are gonna see Kensei manage to get away with it.
Good at timing those blocks to prevent his team from getting locked up.
Yeah, and that's one of the difficult things as a captain when you're against a Churnwalker. You have to get that Crucible early, and you have to be on point with using it. Here we go. Warren is gonna get taunted up here. Half his HP is gone, but Invoxus are going to be happy with the turret. They don't want to push for the extra fight there, just want to take that objective. Now, Marn is going to be the one caught. Doesn't have his reboot available. Will go down on a stun onto Jendax as well. He's going to have to port his way over, but the enemy can follow you, my friend, and he's going to be dropping 2 more kills in the way of Invoxus.
And Invoxus just starting to take control of this game periodically throughout the game. Now they're going to go for this Ghost Wing. Obviously, getting the Ghost Wing buff is going to help you push lanes very effectively. It's a little late for the first Ghost Wing in the sense that, in the preseason, the top teams, we saw them taking this first Ghost Wing at 8 minutes, 9 minutes into the game, but they are going to find not only the Ghost Wing, but also a Samuel for their efforts.
Mattis just got destroyed. He went down in a matter of seconds right there. The Ghost
up not just the 2 offensive items, but then again the Slumbering Husk as well, saying, you know what? A lot of your threat right now is going to be the burst. Kensai has a lot of burst. Obviously, the Alpha is going for a burst to be able to stay alive in these fights.
Here we go. Refuse to Lose has just been defending this turret, and now the rest of his team has arrived. Warren, there's nowhere for you to go. He's going to be dropping immediately. Tony grabbing the kill on Noun, so Prostoi happy to get a little bit of extra gold in his pocket. But Black Claw is on the map. You can't afford to lose a player in that scenario.
They are going to likely give up the Black Claw pressure, but Esuba did at least make the best of a bad situation by getting that mid turret. I would have actually liked to see them keep pushing that lane, because your enemy team is almost certainly going to go for the Black Claw or have to rotate down to their base.
They didn't have the minion wave in the right spot, and they didn't realize at the time, so they rotated down in hopes of getting another turret, but forced a recall because Black Claw is pushing, and this could well be the final fight of the game if Esuba don't manage to pull this one back right now. Good death from above, landing onto a few members, gets the stun. Healing going to be coming out from Lyra all the meantime, but Black Claw's still half HP right now, and Jiraxis starting to get aggressive. Stun onto 2 players, and the rest of his team going to be coming on in. First kill is not going to quite land just yet. Warren gets away with his life, and actually damage coming out onto Prostoi. This could be a turnaround coming on through. Infinite Reboot is there. It's going to be 4v4 now. 1 player dropped on either side, but Black Claw still pushing relentlessly.
Yeah, Black Claw takes down that middle armory. That's going to make the Vein Crystal a little bit more susceptible to damage, but they do at least survive on the side of Esuba, and that's what's really important. Just making sure you can keep the game alive.
And sometimes get away with it. Look at this, though. Great Invoxus.
Party brush.
Playing the Death Brush game, just waiting for someone to face check that. It's not going to happen. They're just going to have to settle for a Ghost Wing. But it has to be said as well, the fact that Esuba go even in that fight is a big deal. That means they're starting to scale up. You've got things like a Samuel on the squad starting to get some items into his inventory. If he can get that cleave going onto multiple members, he's going to start destroying them.
Well, that's going to be some boots used to get into the mid lane. Looks like Invoxus, along with Jiraxis, just want to try and end this game. They're going right into the base. They saw 2 members on the map.
It's going to be Alpha going straight on in. Infinite Reboot is there. Does get the self-destruct onto 1, but he's down immediately. Stuns going on out as well. That's going to be Warren dropping. Mattis cannot do this on his own. This is going to be Great Invoxus taking game number 1 right here. Triple kill coming through for our Tony right there. And that is going to be the game in the end. Great Invoxus 1-0 up against Esuba.
And at the start of the game, there was a lot of really good rotations from both teams. It looked like it was going to be very even, but after those first couple skirmishes, all of a sudden Invoxus started to find a couple of advantages. They got all 3 of those turrets down. They got a few kills here and there, and then they just took over this.